and welcome to another edition of The 100 Proof Show, where we talk the best of music, arts, fashion, and culture. I am the real Charmaine, and to my left, my guy, your friendly neighborhood, Kev Lawrence.
Hi!
Where you be at, though, man?
I'll be on my couch, though.
Let's get right to it, as we always do about this time.
Right.
Gina Rodriguez, you know, embattled actress, actor, whatever you want to say.
She's an actress?
As far as I know. You seen the movies?
Never.
Anyway.
That's not to play her. I don't know. I didn't know she was an actress.
She's an actress. Anyway, she, after having an alleged history of anti-black slurs or words, whatever, she was caught on camera singing a song and she said the N-word.
Voodoo. I could do what you do, believe me. Niggas give me heebie-jeebies.
I don't know what your thoughts are. I'll let you take it off first.
That's very interesting because the topic could go either way. Sometimes people feel like, you know, if you're Hispanic, you can't say the N-word and nigga. And it's like, to me, with majority, y'all are Spanish-speaking niggas. That's what you are. But understood, we got a group that feel like, you know, I know black. That means I'm not black. Translation.
Sorry, guys, but some of you guys be like, I know black, I know black, I know black. Imposible, I know black. I'm Dominican, I'm Puerto Rican, I know black. Be looking just like me. Be having the same hair. I be touching it like, it's not the same, it's not the same. It's not the same, papi. It's not the same. They try to salsa that shit off. I be like, no, it's not the same. I know black. Negro nunca, nunca. I know no, nunca. I know black. I'm like, no, you black. No. I know black. Dominica. I go, I know, but you're black. No, papi. I know black. No, black.
I know Coca-Cola. I know Coca-Cola.
I know
my eye thing. You know, but I'm looking at you like, all right, you know, there's a term out there that I studied this before.
Okay.
And it's, I forgot the Hispanic way of saying it, Spanish way of saying it, but in English is black behind the ear or black in front of the ear.
And what does that mean exactly?
Black in front of the ear is like looking at Chapman from the Yankees, New York Yankees, the closing pitcher. Mm-hmm. That dude is, he is dark skin.
Ah.
But a person like him, I know black. We see you, dog. You
kind of dark.
You one of us, but
he's of the darker hue.
Yeah, it's a hue.
Okay.
But then you have ones that are black behind the ear, is like looking at a Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
They might say, well, my hair's straight or long. It's like, I got aunts hair that are long like that and whatever. You know, it's semantics. That's all it is. Well, it's tribes. It's tribal. Really.
On my side, they say it tends to be a culture thing, where they feel like somebody who grew up within the black community has like a pass. For instance, a Jennifer Lopez, they might say, or a Fat Joe, who grew up within the community of black people, they allowed them to say it.
Not for nothing. He's been, the older he has gotten, Joe.
Yeah.
He can't hide his features anymore. The older he's gotten, you see it more and more in him. Like, dude, you just light-skinned, dude. Dude, you just light-skinned. I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say.
I believe Jennifer Lopez did get in trouble for saying that one time, if I recall.
Yeah, but it's...
She's from Casa Hilda.
Yeah, she's from the 6, you know.
Yeah.
Get on the 6.
On the 6 line.
You got a job you don't like, show up and be great at it. You don't need to like your job. Like, my whole life turned around when I quit looking for the perfect situation and said, hey, I'm going to make the most out of every situation. So I'm gonna show up. I'm an introvert. I'm showing up. I'm a light up. Everybody's gonna know I'm here. And I don't need to be noisy and boisterous, but I need to be productive and I need to be successful. So I can either be noisy, or I can be noisy because I put points on the board. Now I happen to be like noisy and put points on the board.
I heard stories about her, not to disparage her or whatever, but I think if you're more on the East Coast side of America, the North and East Coast side,
It's more of a pass.
It's more acceptable because we know what it is with y'all.
And if you know the Bronx, you know Fordham Road.
Yeah, and then, but like I said, it's still tribal because some people feel like, I'm not that, I don't want to be part of that, but you are that, whatever. It's identity crisis things. But if you're in the West Coast, like Southern California, is Midwest, is way more.
Latin cultures is more prevalent over there.
And they're not jacking it at all.
Okay.
Especially like Chicago. I think she's from Chicago.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to reach out and apologize. I am sorry. I am sorry if I offended anyone by singing along to the Fugees, to a song I love that I grew up on. I love Lauryn Hill, and I really am sorry if I offended you.
Gina Rodriguez, right.
Yeah, and Chicago, which many people don't know, is Chicago's very segregated. And I don't mean segregated like, Rosa Parks is over here and you can't be able to get out the book. No, it's like y'all in one area and nobody else goes there except for y'all.
Right.
Everybody else is in the other area. That's how it is over there.
You was there recently.
Yeah. Shout out Chicago.
What was the name of that spot?
Shout out to the mosque.
Wasn't it Harold's?
Yeah. I gotta go to
that
Harold's.
chicken, man.
Shout out to Harold's.
That's great.
You get that bread with the the bottom of it. So
all I know is the good stuff you brought.
It had nothing to do with Gina Rodriguez, but it's still cool.
I had to just give a shout out to Charmaine.
I feel you.
I thought that was great. Let's go right back to. It's been said Bernie Sanders. What about Bernie Sanders? Let's go right to that.
What about Bernie Sanders?
Bernie Sanders allegedly wants to legalize that good weed, Peter Tosh style.
We have a criminal justice system today that is not only broken, it is racist, got more people in jail than any other country on earth, including China. And one of the reasons for that is a horrific war on drugs. So I do believe that on day one, we will change the Federal Controlled Substance Act, which, if you can believe it, now equates heroin with marijuana. That's insane. We're going to take marijuana out of that and effectively legalize marijuana in every state in the country. What we are also going to do is move to expunge the records of those people who are arrested for possession of marijuana. And I'll tell you what else we're going to do. We're going to provide help to the African American, Latino, Native American community to start businesses to sell legal marijuana rather than let a few corporations control the legalized marijuana market.
It's interesting that he wants to legalize weed. People are saying marijuana. It's weed, dog. It's weed. Just legalize weed. My feeling is you should legalize health care.
Where?
In his state, in the surrounding states, like Vermont, New Hampshire.
And why is that?
Because for years, there was the top drug addict states in America, North America, period. It's just what it is. They fiend out up there. Don't let them talk about where your city, where you from, Chicago, LA. No, they are fiend out. And I think they should get free health care because they have a problem. There are fiends up there.
Well, I think
opioid crisis.
Well, I think it's a good thing to legalize weed. I get all that, but now that it's corporate, I'm saying all the offenders who've had low-level drug dealers who are now in jail, I think you should then now release them. All the brown and black people who caught cases because of selling weed, which is now legal, they should now not reinvestigate those same cases, and I think they should be set free.
I always had a thing about legalizing weed. A lot of people was just so happy to get weed legal, and they just jump into the streets, and they want to smoke in the streets, and have smoke fests, 420 fest.
I don't think they understand what that really means, though.
Yeah, I always felt that if you legalizing weed, that means the people that were selling weed in these corners or whatever they were at, now, okay, you took away the little bit of money I could make since I couldn't get a job because my record's already messed up. So what is left for me to do now? Strong arm robbery, home invasion, and all that.
Catch a lick?
Yeah, so it's like, I don't want to rob you, so I'm going to sell weed. Now I want you to wait from me, and a lot of people don't understand it. Truth be told, a lot of people are not touching the other drugs anymore. Crack, coke, because people can't do numbers, football numbers anymore. And that's why the feds have been going for lower cases because many people are not moving coke and all that type of stuff like they were. Oh, so I hear.
So wait, you tell me there's no kingpins out here?
Man, you can be called a kingpin for moving 10 grams of crack. You can be labeled as a kingpin for that.
Come on,
I've sat
they're
inside
rapping out
Fed
there,
court, you know, with stuff like this, and it's like, are you serious? This is kingpin charges? These dudes is hurting. They was at the chicken spot the other day. Like, what are you talking about? So the Fed had to drop go down to a lower level because people are not moving big drugs of that anymore. But like I said, to get back to it, if I can't sell weed, what else is for me to do? I gotta go do home invasions. And some people don't want to give up their stuff. So what happens with that? Come death.
Listen, man, I see society moving in a very crazy direction, and that's just one aspect of it. So I feel you on that. It's a little crazy right now.
And I don't feel the burn, too. I've seen people like Killer Mike and everything.
Yeah.
Do you feel the burn, all type of stuff? You know what? Mike Bigger, Killer Mike. He's an interesting guy. I ain't gonna act like I'm totally on board with a lot of things he say. Sometimes people say some things to make you feel good, but then there's other things that are like, hey, you rolling with that? Like, all right, fam. You know he was part of that 94 crime bill. All right, fam. Okay, fam.
Well, I'm not on the Bernie train either, so I don't understand the concept, but you know, it is what it is. And we'll be right back.
Wish I knew my daddy homes. Pin made me a wild boy, but that's rockin' ball with no jacking off. Ain't never scared, ain't backing off. Street told me you better stand up and put your hands tall. Cause that jab right and that left hook hit the body hard. It'll be a long night if you ain't rockin' with God. You see that city where I come from? They teach you how to work, how to play even harder. You gotta watch your back like that and for the backstabbers. New status that I'm on, some people call it white
No
collar.
vegetation of the mind, like the middle of an ice age. My pockets stay packed, like Los Angeles' freeways. They say your boy's deep, like underwater divers. Been persecuted for my fate, like Holocaust survivors. Riding around with my camera on, my life just like a movie. Everywhere I go, my crew go kick it hard like Bruce Lee. I don't offer one barbecue, I might slide through and get sushi. Every time I pull up on the scene, they like who am I?
What's up, everybody? It's Charmaine, and I'd just like to thank everybody for their support. Whether you've liked, posted, reposted, or purchased Charmaine brand products, you have to know I appreciate you and couldn't get it done without you. We appreciate you checking out our content. And remember, follow Charmaine brand, 1010 Spins, and the new show we have on effect called 100 Proof.
Instead of concrete.
Nowadays I find myself like Sally selling seashells by the seashore. Always want more, but I can't afford. Looking in the mirror, covered the girl next door. This is me, staying open, coming raw. Let my secrets unfold like off to a floor. Sometimes I question my position and the road that I've been given. Is something about precision makes me feel like I'm not cutting it. Feeling counterfeit, running deficit. All this time and I feel like I'm losing it. Price of living is so appalling. So slow for moments on street corners. Oh, I don't wanna be another one living. I wanna see a difference. I wanna make a change. Sometimes in life, you will find that your life is a ribbon in the sky.
And right now I got a special guest on my show. To the T. You know, y'all, if y'all know any hip hop, you know what I mean. But it's my guy, friend of mine. I say that very, you know what I mean, mob-like, friend of ours. My guy, Timothy Marshall, a.k.a. Best Show in Brooklyn.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure. It's always good to see you, man.
Pleasure.
All right, now, a lot of people don't know exactly why I have you on the show, but I'm going to explain it right now. He's a friend of, I don't even know how many years. I don't want to put that out there, but he's an educator of 20 years.
Almost 30.
Almost 30 years, an educator. And he decided to put his toe into the show business. And I've actually been to one of his shows. Excellent show. Excellent security. Is great adult entertainment, comedy, and what have you, music. Tim, what made you want to start doing shows?
I always wanted to do it, actually. When I was 23, my father, he owned a private school in Brooklyn, and he passed away. And my older sister and I took over the business. And from 23 to around 40, I was doing my father's business.
Private school?
Yeah.
Charter school?
No,
or?
private Christian school. And I put my gifts on the back burner, things I wanted to do on the back burner. But when I hit 40, I was like, yo, I gotta unwrap these gifts, you know what I mean? And I started a clothing line, entertainment company.
What's the name of that clothing line?
Timothy Marshall, Brooklyn, NYC. We do custom tuxedos and coats and such.
I have one of such coats.
Yes, you do. Actually, one of my first buyers, for sure. I appreciate that as well. But then the shows, I know a lot of up-and-coming comedians, and I know Renee Nouvelle from the group Charmaine.
Right.
So
Great
we grew up together. So I started doing shows with her. I was promoting her shows.
Okay.
I know it's better when the rhythm goes together with the beat in your soul. But did I ever tell you how you make me feel? Every night you're all the control. So come on, Daddy, won't you take it away? I know I call your line every day. Yes, I'm dialing 5550429 so that I can hear you say, hey, 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 baby, 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 boo. I can't play for you, hey, you're right on time. You just got through the request line. Baby, 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 baby.
Then I'm also friends with Major Hype, the King of Caribbean Comedy.
Yeah.
So we've done.
Shout out to Mixie.
We've done. Let's see, what is he? And we did 8 shows together. We actually have a big Christmas show coming up Friday, December 20th. That'll be our 9th show together.
Okay.
Well, I go to church like on Sundays, and they got like this retired bad man from Jamaica that, you know, gave his life. Why are you laughing? People give themselves to Christ. What you doing? And this dude, he was like a killer back in the days, you know, like, but he gave himself to God, you know. But every now and then it slips out. Like he'll be in church and then the pastor, because the pastors, trust me, let me tell you something, the pastors know everybody's business in the church. Because the sisters be talking. They go to their little office. Let me tell you. That's how you know when a Jamaican lady about to tell you some foolishness. She want, let me tell you something. That's when you take a seat. Like, oh boy, I want to go on there now. Then they look at you and let me tell you something. I don't really care still, you know. I don't really care if you talk it, you know, but don't say I'm me, you know. Yeah, you know, say Brother Delroy and Sister Sharon, no? Them are...
So I'm instrumental in bringing Jess Hilarious to New York for the first time.
Wow.
Pretty V. I brought Kev on stage. Jesse Wu. A lot of the Instagram comedians.
Right.
I also work with legendary comedians like Drew Frazier, Damon Rozier, who passed away
I'm
recently.
about to say, I remember that guy.
And Jason Anders.
Great gentleman too.
Yeah, these guys were on Bad Boys of Comedy, Def Comedy Jam as well.
Okay.
So, and we make it grown and sexy, no violence, you dress up.
That's always a good thing.
And classy.
I had a question. What was your first show, and when did you see, like, this is a success, I want to continue doing these shows?
That's a good question. My first show was actually, it wasn't even like a show. It was my birthday.
Okay.
And I said, let me do this comedy show, because I didn't want to do a typical birthday party.
Right.
And I was selling tickets. It was $20 for a ticket, and I had like 150 people there, and I was like, yo. I mean,
do the math.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, I wasn't even going hard at it.
And promoting and everything.
And it was an awesome turnout and an awesome time. And people were like, yo, you need to do this for real.
Right.
So that's when I started taking it seriously. And at this point, I'm up to like 27 shows that I've done.
Charlemagne music, lads. Get used to it.
Hey, what's happening? Real Charmaine. Welcome once again to another episode of The Cook Up. I told y'all on my, my Insta story, you need to check everything, that I would cook up some Barry White. And this is just the ingredients you need for a fire Barry White beat. First, you need one dope sample. You know, the Barry White sample. You need 2 banks of drums. You need a salt shaker, a half a cup of some 808s, and a quarter cup of some hot breath. I'll explain that later. And then, of course, you need the MPC iPad Pro 2 on your iPad. Now, let's get to the base of the beat. First, you need the sample, right? Now, you figure that's a simple loop, but it's actually not a loop. I had to chop it up. So you see that talking? See, because he's talking throughout the whole thing, so I had to be like... You like that? Next up, I'll tell you need some drums. As usual, I have all my drum kit here. Right? Then, just another drum kit, right? Then I'll tell you we need the salt shaker. You need to put some salt on the beat. You hear that? That's the salt shaker, shaking it up. Shake that salt, shake that salt, shake that salt, shake that salt, shake.
But that gospel bring you life. That gospel bring you life. This is killer here on that mic. Whoa. Tell dream killers be quiet. Dream killers be quiet. Holy Ghost on my side. Yeah. I'm rocked up, shorty. That's what the people call me. This here's coffee music. Whoa.
I'm rocked up. I'm strapped up. See them demons right behind me in the black truck. Demon killers rolling with me, got the max tuck. Run on me, you want to. Holy Ghost got me backed up. I'm rocked up. I'm strapped up. See them demons right behind me in the black truck. Demon killers rolling with me, got the max tuck. Run on me, you want to. Holy old school crew. I went to a store. Someone slice of pizza. One girl ain't like that. What? Want a pizza? Want a pizza slowly. You know what I'm saying? So I said, all by this slice. She said, where was the chick baseline? Just kidding, but that's pretty nice of you. So she had a mind in her. And I smiled. I almost blinded her. Oh, why you're funny? Jump on. Like you have a mouth. No. I had to find that funny, so I said, I'll work hard for the money.
To see us, all right?
100 proof. Brand.
Yes, you don't know. So tonight, Vincent, how are you? There. Do you include your Haitian background in that? 5 0 30 minutes later. How are you?
I'm all right, you know.
Big shout out to
DJ Nicholas on the channel now. Listen to the big mouth. You're watching.
You are watching to see us. Not really the gang, but your gang is your homies, your real ones. Yeah, hold up.
90, Glockman is a name.
Nah, I mean, keep on represent. Loud and proud.
How are you? I'm doing great. Boy, you look great. When Catch a Fire hit the mic, you know she are gonna make you.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's get back to the art.
So,
Yeah.
and this to see us in a real life, man. And them so walking trophy. Yeah.
Go hard like my squad. Rolling with a bunch of tens. We trained all season just for the win. Yeah. We don't take no losses, babe. We don't take no losses, baby. Don't play with me. Stephen Curry on the court. Killing the game in the fourth. Back to back, all that we do score. Back to back, all that we know is scoring. Rolling with the family. And if one wins, then we all winning. Try to understand me. Ride or die, I'ma take my team with me. Only God. Good times, good times, good times. Yeah. Only God. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Only. This feels so right, so right, so right. Yeah. My whole team colossal. We coming through like big talkers, talkers. Day ones. I got my day ones with me. Day ones. Got my day ones.
Where's that show that I went to? It was a very nice venue.
Oh, that was at the Roulette Theater.
Yeah.
Off Atlantic Avenue, on Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn. That was a show hosted by Major Hype, starring Jess Hilarious.
And the Damien Rosier. Was it Damien Rosier?
That was his last.
That was the last show that I saw.
That was his last show he did with me, and he passed away a couple of months later.
Right. That's why I remember it so vividly.
Yeah, that was July. He passed away in September of that same calendar year.
Okay.
That was 2 years ago.
For people out there that feel like, okay, I'm hearing you talk about doing shows and with all these comedians, artists. Jessie Wu, she has a great song too.
Yeah, she can sing. She's
Party Like Haitians.
No disrespect, she's
Vacation.
actually a better singer than comedian. I mean, I'm just keeping it real.
I didn't know she was a comedian.
She shouldn't. She's awesome as a singer. She is. Sorry, Jessie.
Shout out to her. Well, people out there, how is it? They might not understand putting this together. What goes into putting all this together? Because people just see the end result. Wait, I can do that. I'm gonna do that next week. But they don't understand what it takes.
Right, from there to the club owners.
Venue, like problems like with you can do it at the door, the ball, all that type of stuff. Like, is it relationships? How does that work out?
That's actually one of the best questions I've ever been asked, because it depends on the individual. Like, you need a venue.
I appreciate and I love everybody in here. That is real talk. I thank you for supporting these events, and from the bottom of my heart, it warms my heart to see that we could come out and have grown and sexy events. So I thank you for participating with me and supporting all of my events. So give yourselves a round of applause for that.
I was fortunate enough at Milk River. I I grew up with the two owners.
Shots Milk River, yeah.
But they're no longer in
Right.
existence. But they had a great 5-year run.
Yes,
So I had access to Milk River for 5 years.
Wow.
Didn't have to pay to use it because I packed it out. So I got 100% of my ticket sales and a percentage of the bar. So what I did,
And they served food there too, so there was.
So what I did was I would pick off nights. My nights would be Wednesday and Thursday. Nights in nightlife that aren't heavily populated. So if you can bring a Saturday crowd to a venue on a weekday, you're like gold. And I did that routinely.
Marshall Hype back-to-back by popular demand. We did this last month and we had a nice turnout, and it was so nice that we had to do it twice. So let's give it up for back-to-back. I'd like to thank you for coming out tonight. I'm very humble. I appreciate all your support. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us. So give yourselves a round of applause tonight.
Then I told you we needed a quarter cup of 808s. Ooh, that boy is nice. I'm talking about myself, of course. And then I said you needed a hot breath. You didn't know what I meant by that. That's some hot breath. You might have had to drag it. And of course, you know I need my guy on the drops.
Yeah. Charlemagne music, lads.
You know I need that right there, right?
Charlemagne music, lads. Get used to it.
Oh man, crazy. And there you have it. The dope Barry beat. And it goes a little something like this.
Yeah. Charlemagne music, lads. Get used to it.
We got it together, didn't we?
Yeah.
We definitely got our thing together.
You know how real it is? Straight from the overnight club. Straight from the overnight club to here. No real sleep. I got customized, I don't know, but something's in the works. I'm just smiling. Kev Lawrence, neighborhood Kev Lawrence. This guy right here, the real Charlemagne. The same place we get these hats, right here, White Bridge Road, Houston Avenue. For you caps?
Live, before you caps 98. Live right now, baby.
put together a life from knowing people. One of the things he understands is there are different kinds of power. There's the power that needs the spotlight, but there's also the power that comes from being behind the scenes.
You shouldn't have to sell your soul. You shouldn't have to sell your soul.
Oh man, it was too fly. You understand me? Talk the talk, walk the walk, dress the part, play it. You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't have to sell your soul. I'm talking to Jay.
He wasn't there, but he was right there.
So venue is most important, then access to talent. Then access to talent that you might not have to pay a lot up front to get them because they have a relationship with you.
And to believe in you.
So they'll say, you know what, even famous people like Renee Nouvelle, we grew up together for sure, and she allowed me to pay her the night of. So I can use her name
to promote
without worrying about I gotta give her half her
X
money
amount of money
up
right.
front.
You're watching me. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. It's 4:15. It's the last call. Thinking that I need not show. I'll make a long stop. Ready or not. I see you, but I need to know more. What you wanna do? Cause I know we didn't dance, but I saw you watching on the dance floor. Meet me at the exit door. And maybe we could talk some more. Oh, yeah. You stand beside me. You're watching me. Cause I'm feeling. Yeah, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You stand beside me. You're watching me. And I feel it. I feel you watching me. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
So if you have a relationship with somebody who's already in the game, who could generate ticket sales, that'll be a foolproof way to get a crowd.
That's beautiful.
Could you be
what's that?
Don't let them fool you.
Hold on, stop. Stop. When I bigged up Jamaica, this table right here was like, woo! And we, Bob Marley, and none of y'all ain't singing. You don't like Bob Marley? That's your father? You know he had mad kids.
Well, we want to thank you for coming through. There's so much more we need to cover, but we'll leave that for another day because I heard you're nearby, so we'll come back and talk about the natural elements and stuff like that.
But hold on, did we shout to his fashion?
Oh, we did to his fashion, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I see the get up right now.
It was dope. It was dope. I like that. You know, I told him from since he walked in, animal print heavy.
Thank you.
I rocked with that. Well, what's the name of the school?
Ebenezer Prep School.
Ebenezer Prep School.
Kings Highway Avenue D in East Flatbush, Brooklyn. But
also, let's touch on your charity work and the school.
That's
ovarian cancer.
Yeah, Timothy Marshall Enterprises. That's the wing of my business that does charity work. So every year I do a girls' night out, and I put the proceeds of the girls' night out. It's called Girls' Night Out Pink and Teal event. It's to raise money for ovarian and breast cancer. Ovarian cancer, the color is teal.
Right.
Breast cancer is pink.
Right.
And all the ladies dress up in pink and teal. Every year I award 3 survivors.
I'm here with Timothy Marshall again at Milk River, and can you tell us a little bit about tonight's event? We're all wearing teal. Can you let us know why we're wearing teal, and let everyone know just about the teal organization as well?
Okay, tonight is, this month, September, is Ovarian Cancer Month. So I'm very community oriented with Breast Cancer Month getting most of the attention. I wanted to shed light on this silent killer, ovarian cancer. So I'm affiliated with two organizations, SWAG, Sister with a Goal, and they're very active in the community. And we went to the Teal Walk a couple of weeks ago, and it dawned on me, I said, I want to shed light to this deadly disease. So I wanted to have a girls' night out, keeping it teal, since that's the color. And it turned out very well. I have like 5 talented artists here tonight and a bunch of ladies here, you know, celebrating life, or even memorializing a lost loved one. And a lot of the tickets were donated, and they were given to ladies who had ovarian cancer or breast cancer.
This year I awarded a 12-year ovarian cancer, a 5-year ovarian cancer survivor, a 12-year breast cancer survivor, and a 1-year breast cancer survivor. And I also, for the first time, I awarded men. One had skin cancer, one had throat cancer, one had prostate cancer. These are 3 of my friends who are surviving after long bouts of cancer. So all the proceeds of the show went to the Teal organization.
Well, I want to applaud you. Right? I want to applaud you for that work.
Yeah, man. This, like, we all know somebody affected with cancer, and it came about when one of my best friends' mother died of breast cancer, and one of my other best friends' mom died of ovarian cancer.
Right.
So I was like, I need to, not just the money part, it's to raise awareness, because a lot of women, ovarian cancer, they call it the silent killer, where women don't know about it until it's in stage 4. So by the time you know about it, you're ready to die, basically.
All right, well, we want to thank you for coming through, man.
Yeah,
definitely appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for the 100 Proof Show.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
And we'll be right back with more 100 Proof Show, baby.